So how is everyone? I'm well, I'm the Bald Book Geek, and here is a wrap up for you guys. So, I read The Hollow Tree. This was really good. I will say this, it's a very dark, very intense psychological thriller. It's almost veering into horror in places in terms of tone. It's really well done, really enjoyable. I loved reading it, and definitely I'm going to look out for more from the author for this book. Definitely worth picking up. I read Stokes Sorrow. I love the Sin Eater's Daughters trilogy. I thought that was amazing for a kids fantasy series, and when I saw that this was coming out by the same writer, I had to get it. I have to say this here and now, this was not disappointing. I'm looking forward to more in this series. It's kids fantasy, but kids fantasy is grown up. I think as an adult you could read this very well, and as a child you can read this. Overall, really enjoyable, really strong. I love the characters, strong characters that are really punchy and really loved it. By the way, shout out to the graphic artist who designed this, because my god. I Remember You, I received the ARC of this in exchange for an honest review. I enjoyed this, but the ending went, I don't know how to explain it, the ending lost me. It's very well written, the beautiful use of English, but the ending definitely left me a bit cold. So that was quite an interesting one there. I was sent this by the writer. I have to say this, I'm going to give a huge, I hope I said this right, Ibrahim? He got in touch with me, he sent me his book, definitely worth picking up. Really enjoyable dark fantasy. There's always a real strong sense of the gothic about this, so definitely really enjoyable and really well written. Definitely worth picking up. I will also give Cruel Reality. I was sent this by the wonderful C.J. Whiteley. Again, I really enjoyed this. Very Hunger Gamesy in terms of content and story. I like that, but it definitely takes a darker edge to it. The only thing I will say, the pacing of this was a little up and down, especially in the middle. It kind of slowed down for me. But once you get past that middle, it picks up again and you're back in there. So, yeah, definitely on that list. And I read The Brilliant Song of All. I was sent this in exchange for an honest review. My honest review is this is a good 4 out of 5. Really enjoyable dark fantasy. I won't go too much into this because I don't think it's out yet, but definitely worth looking out for if you are looking for a dark fantasy novel. The only thing I will say is be ready to get really, really emotional. And I also read this little guy, who is also becoming a film. Again, another really enjoyable dark fantasy novel that really surprised me. Just absolutely spectacular, and when it came into it, I was like, wow. So this is it becoming a film, that's all I know about it at this point, but I will say, definitely worth picking up. I inhaled this in a day. It's that good. So yes. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys have read any of those, please leave a comment and like and subscribe as always. Also, there are links to my merch store and everything else down below. So, thanks.